Sit. Back. Sit. Back. One. Sit. Here. Here. Back. One. Easy. Heel. Sit. Easy. Back. Get down. Look. Get down. Sit. Come on, let's go. Heel. Sit. Easy. Heel. Sit down. Sit. Back. Sit. Let's go. Hold. Sit. Heel. Sit. Easy. Easy. Back. Go on, get down. Hold. Drop. Heel. Sit. Heel. Back. Sit.
All right, good evening, everyone. Mike Hurd back at you with the live stream here on your Thursday evening. Thanks for checking out the channel. And I have the microphone this time directly routed into the laptop, which is what's driving the live shot or the live stream here. So hopefully no audio issues this week like what we had last week. Got a lot of great little topics to talk about. And of course, we're going to take a look at some of the weekly news in the retriever world across the country. Talk a little bit about the hunting retriever trials and what's going on there. Some retriever results, has a little bit of information. Of course, I've got content from the Master Amateur Retriever Club and the Master National Retriever Club. We'll take a look at the Black Blizzard Retriever Club website. We'll take a look at our YouTube channel and a couple of the videos that I have coming out. One is tomorrow, and the other one will be on Sunday. And of course, I drop 2 videos per week, one on Friday right now and one on Sunday. The Friday videos are a little shorter and condenser with the topics, but the Sunday videos are more of a long form, but they're a deep dive into some of the topics. And I've got several of these videos already shot and recorded, and they're just sitting there waiting to be posted and to go live. So first of all, I got a couple of you online here. Shout out, let me know where you're from. Any of your favorite videos on the channel. I'd love some feedback. So I just want to make sure the live chat is working. So just say hello or let me know where you're watching from. Okay, let's see. I got a couple of buttons to push here, and then we're going to get right into the details. So let's start with that, and wake this up, and let's get into some of the news over the last week. And I need to go to that. Okay. And that's plain. Okay. All right. So a lot of buttons to push here. So let's get into the news, and let's talk about, first and foremost, retriever results. Posted their weekly little newsletter, and there were some interesting things in here. Let me know in the comments if anybody subscribes to the retriever news. I'm just curious if you think it's worth it, if you get any value out of it. But there was a whole section in here on the hunt tests over the last week and who got a master hunter, senior hunter, and junior hunter passes and titles. So that's kind of a neat feature, but there's a lot of great information that they provide. Their database is pretty rich, and you can look up some pretty interesting things here when it comes to the world of retrievers online. And again, just to double check for those of you that are on, just give me a shout out if you can hear me, if the audio sounds good this time. And certainly pipe up if there's an issue with the audio or the video or something. So let me know in the chat, please. I would greatly appreciate that. The other big news of this week is that the hunting retriever trials folks, their first entry closed back on Tuesday, and they had 3 dogs enter. Oh, I bet that was a gut punch to those folks. So the first trial that was in Giddings, Texas, March 14th and 15th, that has been canceled. And on huntsecretary.com, I believe there's another 4 or 5 of them that are coming up here in the next couple of months. It'll be interesting to see if this actually gets off the ground or not, but not the start they were hoping for. But again, if you go to their Facebook page, you can find a lot of information here, and they have a calendar of events up on top up there. But again, that first event has been canceled because they only had 3 dogs enter into that first event. So that wasn't not enough. All right, let's get into some Master Amateur news. If you're planning on running the 2026 Master Amateur Invitational down in Stoughton, Wisconsin, judges' names have been updated on Entry Express. So to find this event, you go to Entry Express, go to events, search Wisconsin, look for hunt tests, and you'll find the Master Amateur is up on Entry Express. Right now, there is a closing date, I believe, of April 27th. So if you're planning on going to the event, you have to register before April 27th. However, it is not open at the moment. It will be opening probably in early April. They open up at least 2 weeks. Sometimes it can be 3 weeks. We'll have to wait and see. We have a board meeting next Tuesday, and we'll see what they decide to do, if they're going to open this up early or not. But Flight A judges are Diane Clark. I know Diane very well, along with Keith Winch. That should be a great pairing for Flight A. And in Flight B, John Kennard out of the Pacific Northwest. John is a fantastic judge. He's judged lots of Master Nationals and lots of weekend tests as well. And I don't know Maggie, and I'm not 100% sure how you say her last name. It might be Rathjay. I'm not 100% sure. That's a very unique name, and I look forward to meeting Maggie and getting the background on her heritage, because that is a very unique name. Shout out in the comments if anybody has ever ran under any of these judges. I'm sure some of you have. These judges are fairly common across, especially the West Central time zone and the Pacific Northwest time zone. So that was the big news from the Master Amateur. And of course, 422 qualifiers. That's the total number of qualifiers. So the Master Amateur closed for the 2026 event. So the last weekend in February was the last weekend to qualify, and they came in at 422 dogs. That does not mean 422 dogs are going to enter the invitational, but 422 dogs are qualified. So once it opens, I encourage all of you to enter as soon as possible. It gives the board of directors options to know how many dogs are entering early in case they have to add a third flight. And the next thing you need to do, or the first thing actually, before you even consider running this, if you're qualified, you have to be a member of the Master Amateur Retriever Club. Go to masteramateur.com. Make sure your membership is up to date. Renew your membership, and you'll be golden if you plan on going to the Invitational in late June of 2026, again, just south of Madison, Wisconsin. And on the Facebook page for the Master Amateur Retriever Club, this came out in an email late last week, and I posted this for the Master Amateur Retriever Club on our Facebook page for the 2026 elections. We do have several folks stepping off the board in various time zones around the country, and the nomination process is open. So reach out to your regional director if you're interested, or you know that someone that might be interested. The only caveat to this whole thing is if whatever position those folks are nominated for, they have to live in that time zone. So somebody on the West Coast can't represent somebody on the East Coast, for example. And look that up. So it's on the Facebook page, and I'm sure there's something on the website as well. So check that out. If you're interested or know someone that would be interested in either a director or a vice president, I believe there's 3 positions coming open for the board. Take advantage of that. It's a great organization. All right, let's take a look at the Master National. They posted a little blurb here, I believe it was today or yesterday, on their blog. Again, Master National. So we just talked about the Master Amateur. Now let's get into the Master National part. Okay, so Annette Pachenko, picture of her and her dogs. She's the current year president. It's in the Pacific Northwest. It's a great little read if you want to go to their website and check out that newsletter, but I kind of condensed it down into one simple graphic, and this graphic does not highlight everything that was in that newsletter, but it does highlight a few things, and one of the things is they want to bypass some red tape as far as speaking directly to their owners and handlers via social media that belong to the Master National. They're trying to elevate standards. I'm not sure what that means, but again, a national event like that, standards need to be elevated because it needs to be a little bit harder than your normal weekend test, and it certainly has been for me, but they've been talking about that. operational shifts. They're going to bring back the store. The Master National store will be in-house to better serve the accounting, may be outsourced for financial oversight, but they're going to bring back the store to the event instead of online. And of course, the next event is in Roseburg, Oregon. They're planning heavily for that. And they have some vacancies on the board, but according to that newsletter, I do believe they filled those vacancies. And just like last week, there's 321 dogs entered to run the Master National. And I believe that was the same as last week. So I'm not sure how often that gets updated. Anyway, so if you know, put a little something in the comments down there, and I'd love to get your feedback on all that. Okay, where are we in the rundown here? So back to me. Let me hit a couple of buttons and pop, there I am. Okay, so where are we in the rundown here? We have a little discussion. So this is going pretty quick, which is fine by me. Again, my website is up and running. I know a handful of you have gone to the bottom down here, and there's something called Join Our Pack, which is fine. There's about 6 of you that have done so. I get a little email when that does occur. However, I can't see any messages. It just tells me that you did something on the website, and it doesn't tell me what. And I'm trying to still figure that out, but that's so far on the back burner. But this is just more of an informational website more than anything else. The main part of what I try and do is on the YouTube channel. And I'm trying to put out, again, 2 videos per week. And then the live stream here on Thursday night. So there's 3 things going up on the channel every week. So every Friday, I'll post a general topic discussion. And then on Sundays, it's more of a longer form deep dive. And of course, lots of shorts to advertise those videos. So you'll have plenty of warning and when those videos are up and when to jump on there. So last Sunday's video has done extremely well, and it got a lot of views. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off that video, and we're going to go into a deeper dive on a different subject. But before we talk about what's coming up next, Sunday, I want to take a look at tomorrow's video. So tomorrow morning, the next video that drops is talking about confidence versus confusion. It's a great little topic. Overtraining can kill confidence. Some red flags, what to watch for when you see these warning signs, and how to rebuild confidence if your dog ends up in a situation where confidence, again, is lacking just a little bit. And I say this in the video, but I'll give you a little heads up here too. I had this issue crop up with one of my younger dogs who ran his last field trial back in the fall. All right, I ran in late September, and again, that was his last trial, which is not a big deal because we don't go anywhere in the wintertime, so we stay here at home. But he ran a qualifying. He was looking incredibly good, and he was by far one of the best dogs in the bunch. But when it came down to the final series, which is always a big water test in the qualifying, every single dog that ran that blew it on the long, retired up the middle gun on the watermark. And I tried to go for the win, and I didn't want to handle him until I had to. And then he got into a position where I had to handle him, and it was kind of ugly. So he went from placing all the way down into jam or reserve jam or something like that. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I ran the amateur the next day. And when I ran the amateur, typical classic amateur test, beautiful test, big triple, great big long retired gun, number 1 off to the right. Off to the left was a short retired hen pheasant. So they're throwing a mixed bag. And then in the middle was a live flyer duck. And River has never picked up a hen pheasant. So I was a little worried about that. And he was the second dog to run in his first amateur. I didn't get a chance to analyze it. I didn't get a chance to watch dogs. I just went up there, pulled the trigger, and say, "Oh, let's see what happens." Well, what happened was he went and got his flyer, came back, sent him for the short retired gun because it was fairly close proximity to the flyer. So the short retired and the long retired, again, are both hidden. They disappear from sight. He literally ran right over the top of the kid that laid down in a chair, had a ghillie blanket on for that short-hand pheasant retired. And he ended up hunting deep behind that gun. And he disappeared because it was kind of a little bit of a rise there. But behind all that was a Snake River, was a big river. And there was a lot of crap back there. And I got a little nervous after about a minute and a half. I didn't see him. Couldn't hear him, didn't see him or anything. And I finally told judges, all right, that kid needs to get up and let's get involved. So that kid gets up and we're hooting hard. Nobody can find the dog. And eventually he pops up way over on the left. And when I did see him, I gave him a sit whistle. I just wanted him to find me because there was a lot of people and he was freaking out. I could tell his eyes were big and that kind of ruined his confidence. And I didn't really recognize it until I went into training again about a month or so later. And I started running triples again with him and doing short retired and, well, at least one retired gun, and then the other two were up. But on the retired marks, I noticed he would start popping. Didn't matter if it was short retired or long retired. So it's like, his confidence really was shattered from that experience. So it's been a process to kind of build that back up again. And in this video, we're definitely going to talk about that particular subject. And I'm going to give you some insights on what I did with him, but a lot of great content on the subject as well. Just kind of comparing dogs that are lacking confidence and those that are nervous. And God, there's a lot of great information in that video that drops tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, then Sunday's video is geared mainly towards my youngest dog. And the video I put out last Sunday was about line manners, a deep dive into line manners and vocalization. And that was a big topic. And wow, I've had almost 900 views on that in the last 6 or 7 days. So that video certainly has got folks talking. However, this video kind of plays off of that. And I'm trying to build an off switch into this dog. I'm trying to build in him just chilling out. I just need him to calm the heck down. So if anybody that's watching, there's about 7 of you, how do you train an off switch, or do you train for an off switch? This little dog has incredible amount of bird prey. He just wants to go, 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 go. And of course, when they're puppies and you get them excited about retrieving, you think that's fantastic. And I didn't recognize it until it was too late. My other dog, River, is incredibly laid back. He's one of the most chilled dogs I've ever had a pleasure working with. And I just took little Doppler down the same path, but I overdid it. I overtrained for drive, and man, he just will not shut up on the line. He just wants to go, and his patience is very, very small and very short-lived. So we're going to work on that, and it's going to be an ongoing topic. I'm going to call it the Doppler Project, but again, this next video on Sunday talks about an off switch and things that I'm trying to do, and I've researched, and this will be a first for me, and I'm going to give it a go, but it's going to probably take 6 months to a year to get this dog to calm down. And that Doppler project is kind of a unique project for amateurs because we have the time to do it, where most pros would say, I don't have time to deal with this, get rid of this dog, I just find another one to train. But for us amateurs, that's our dog, and I'm not going to get rid of that dog. All right, there's 8 of you on here, and I pretty much have gone through the entire rundown here that I was going to talk about. Oh, yeah, one more thing here. Hang on. Don't forget I have a Patreon page, And again, I'm not trying to make money here, but I am trying to recoup some costs. So if you find value in anything I've been doing, please stop by the Patreon page, which is on any video you go to. You'll find a link to it. And if you want to drop $5 in a tip jar, I would greatly appreciate it. But no, we're down to 6 folks here. But if you guys have anything you want to talk about, I mean, let's open it up to some Q&A. If anybody has anything to discuss, I know a lot of you have been commenting on the videos that I put out, either the shorts or the long form videos, which is great. I love the comments, and I love to comment back to your comments. So I read every single one of them. And again, I'm trying to educate the amateurs in the world, especially the solo amateurs that don't have a lot of access to training groups or retriever clubs and that kind of thing. A lot of new folks that I would have killed to have this kind of content when I first started back in the 1990s, when there really was no such thing as the internet. There was a few books and a few DVDs or a few VHS tapes, but that was about it. So whittled down to 5 of y'all, and it's 7:23. If there's any topic anybody would like to explore, let me know. I'd love to find new content to try and put on the channel. I'm going to follow a blueprint that I have laid out for the next 6 months. But again, if anybody has any comments, I would certainly love to hear from you. All right. So thank you, Charles. It says you're doing a great service. Thank you. I appreciate that, Charles. You've commented on several of my videos, and I greatly appreciate that. And I greatly appreciate subscribing to the channel. And for folks out there, now we got 7, so we got more people jumping on, and I'm just about done. But hey, let's keep it going. If you guys want to talk about anything else, let me know. I mean, shoot something in the comments there. I am working on a special project, and I'll make that announcement coming up in the next week to month. I'm still filming stuff and building things, but I got something special coming down the line here relatively soon, and I'll make that announcement coming up as well. Okay, I've ran out of things to say, so if no one wants to comment anymore, I'm going to wrap this up for tonight, and looks like no one's jumping on. So again, thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching the videos. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm trying to help you as much as I can. And by researching these topics and making these videos, it actually refreshes my knowledge and memory base, and hopefully it'll help my dogs coming up here as we get ready to run in the spring and summer for hunt tests and field trials. All right, that's it. No one wants to comment. Okay, so that sounds good, everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I greatly appreciate it. We'll be back next Thursday for another live stream. And until then, good training. We had finally some snow here, and I'm not going to be able to train for a day or two, but the weather should be warming up by the weekend, and hopefully we can get back to doing some training with those young dogs. Have a good night, everyone. Hope to see you in a future hunt test or field trial. If you see me, stop by and say hello and let me know what you think of the channel. I'd love to hear from you.